Hey guys, this is Namkraft. What's going on? Welcome back to this is Starcraft English commentary. We'll continue with ASL S19. This is round of 16 and this is Group C. Winner set 2, Snow versus Mini. Some nice encounters in the first set and it looks like so far Snow has just got the better of the exchanges. Possibly, Mini was trying to win the game quick and outright, but his, pre-superpositioned of the enemy's lack of forces has costed the game. That girl is very beautiful. The second girl's got nice eyes. The third girl is equally enticing. So we're gonna head right into the second set. Now the map is Deja Vu. Now this map is not imbalanced. This map is, it's good. This map has got no crazy stuff for one of the players who who spawn in one location compared to the others. But we are seeing what exactly now looks like cross-spawning position. Mini at the bottom left in the blue color and Snow is gonna be at the top right in the yellow color. Many people cheering for Reavers. It's a good day to be Protoss. It's a good day to die. Who is the guy who said that? Was it a scout, right? It's a beautiful day to die. He said something like that. Anyways, gateway openings now coming up from both of these players. Everything is very standard. And yeah, so let me just, I guess I would just quickly show you some interesting information before the games get heated up. Let's take a look at the win rates by both of these players. So there it is. Of course, in terms of Elite scores, Mini is a lot worse compared to Snow. But if you look at win rates, how do these players stack up? Snow against Protoss has won 3 out of 3 games that he's played. And Mini has played 13 games and he's won only 46% win rate, so a slight differential in skill level that you can see. Alright, looks like both players are going to be coming out to scout now. And they are going to just completely meet each other at the bottom right corner of the screen, it seems. Nothing separates between these two players.
정찰 프로브 지금 떠나고 있어요.
대각으로 봅니다. 장윤철.
장윤철 선수는 대각 바로 지금 들어가는 선택을 지금 하고 있는 모습이죠. 변현재 선수는 5시 들렀다가 저 올라가는 움직임. 여기 들어가서 없는 거 확인하고요.
네.
자 이렇게 되면 서치는 장윤철 선수가 먼저 합니다.
We have a Zealot now blocking on the high ground for Mini, and he's able to see that the probe has arrived. And on the other side, looks like Mini is late to the scene, so already we have a slight disadvantage. Coming from Mini's side, and let's see if this is gonna manifest itself into some big disadvantages. Now Mini is only now coming towards the other side of the map, and he has seen that there's going to be a Zealot on the high ground. At least there's no Dragoon on the high ground. This Dragoon is checking to see if there's any kind of weird shenanigans going in the background, but there isn't any. And we are going to be seeing both of these players start to reveal what tactic they're going to be going for. For Mini, for the time being, he's just setting things up, not so concerned about going out there. And trying to see what the other guys is doing. We're having Dragoons attacking against the probe. Looks like both of the probes have lived, but which Dragoons will live further? This probe's gonna attack a little bit further here. Looks like there's a Zealot coming out to support, and now Snow's gonna have to back up because the Zealot is slightly later. Very good dances of the Dragoons, and the Zealot is gonna get pushed back, but high ground advantage in favor of Mini. He actually can wait here a little bit for his reinforcement. Robo gonna come down now from Snow, and the game will actually try to transition slightly from here. Alright, Dragoon range is going to be completed soon. I don't really like the way that these Protoss players, especially Snow, built his pylons. He's one of those players who doesn't care about where the pylons are placed. I mean, they're placed in the most ridiculous positionings. They don't have any kind of symmetry whatsoever. If you are a person who's got a keen eye for symmetry, you'd want to watch out for players like Horangi, who loves to place things in very symmetrical order, very orderly. So that's a player to think about. Anyway, Snow's gonna try to check if there's a quick expansion, but he sees the probe moving out. So I don't know if that means something, because if you are expanding, why would you be sending out your probe, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Both the players have gone for robotics first, and Snow's gonna be going for observers. This is quite standard because he is, he's ahead, so he doesn't want to die to a quick dark temporary attack. He just want to make sure he can secure his advantages. And as for Snow, excuse me, Meaning goes for Observers, so then Snow is going for double Gateway and Observers as well.
도주.
Yeah, so very much similar situation now between these two players.
드라군 4개
We
지가
are
탑니다.
going to be having both players start to review themselves. One of the players will start to attack or maybe take an expansion. For now, yeah, very identical builds. Now the question is which player sees that the other guy has not built something. For example, not yet expanded, or has got some tech missing. And for now, looks like Snow is gonna just open up his door, making sure it doesn't get contained in the mid game. And he shall just prop out a quick observers, and with that, he will be safe to either expand or to go and attack a little bit here. It's gonna be Mini who go for shadows first, not observatories first. I think the usual build is Shadow Observatory if you're confident the other guy doesn't have anything. Otherwise, Observer first and then Shadow if you are suspecting some kind of cheesy move. There could also be some crazy stuff like Shadow and then Reavers and then Observers, and that is very risky in PvP. But sometimes it works. So that is something to keep in mind.
오.
Alright, anyways, a quick Observer snipe there, very nicely done by Snow. He's expanded, whereas Mini has not. Supply-wise, Mini is ahead by about one supply, not big differential. And Mini has got to expand soon. He's got his probe on the line, but he's not yet clicked that end button to plan the Nexus, and he doesn't have the money for it. He's gonna decide to just go for the attack first. As for Snow, he's got his slow Reaver without Shadow support. Let's see if this is gonna be a timing move. This Observer sees exactly what's happening. And Mini's gonna start to sprawl across for the rest of his forces. For now, Snow will engage without his Reavers. We have 6 Dragoons, 8 Dragoons from Mini side. We have about 8 Dragoons also in a Zealot from Snow side, but Snow is lacking a Reavers. Looks like Mini's gonna try to high ground, get the high ground advantage and try to surround from the backside here. Snow's gonna have to be very careful. Observer seeing exactly where the Dragoons are. He's gonna try to attack head on. He's gonna dive right through. Looks like the Shadow and Reavers from Snow is not ready. The Reaver will take a lot of great shot. The first shot is targeting so many Dragoons. One fall, good targeting by Mini. Mini is very good, good position to win this game right now. Looks like he's gonna defend correctly, but Snow is a guy who defends very nicely, and that Reaver is gonna got picked up very good. And that single Reaver from Snow can hold on a horde. He can hold on those Dragoons forever. And indeed, he tried to go for the Dragoons instead of actually go for the Reaver, because he knows it's useless to go for the Reaver. So Dragoon's gonna fall back now, and Snow is gonna be able to actually saturate his new base. But keep in mind that he cannot send probes out right now. He's forced to just sit back, and now we do see the probes start to coming out. So if this Reaver can move up a little bit, it's gonna be a lot better. Push the Reavers from Snow back to be able to actually harass the probe line, because for now Snow is actually he's able to mine a little bit more efficiently than Mini, but Mini's probes are gonna finally get transferred as well. So that's gonna be not that big of a difference in what is happening on the battlefield. But now Snow's got his double Reavers and a Shadow. Mini has also got his double Reavers and a Shadow. He's kept his Dragoon range, his group of Dragoons back and in waiting on the high ground, because he doesn't want to lose that high ground advantage. His Observer is nicely placed as well, right outside of the expansion from the enemy, so he knows exactly that he can just stay there with his Dragoons, and he just wait for his enemy just have to move out and actually dive in with some of the Dragoons on the high ground. Now looks like the Shadow and the double Reavers from Mini is going to return very much identical supply from both of these players, but the difference is the APM. Mini with much higher APM, 450 versus 300. But in my country, we have a saying, I don't know, proactiveness plus stupidity equals failure. So it is very nice that you are proactive and doing a lot of work and putting a lot of efforts into into tasks. But if those tasks are actually not well designed, then all of your efforts will be in vain. So your high APM need to be coordinated with a good smart planning to use those APM for something useful. Anyways, for the time being, Mini is gonna try to contain the enemy from the high ground, but looks like a small Dragoon forced by Snow is gonna head towards expansion. If you can actually catch a Reaver or catch one or two Dragoons offside, it's gonna be great. It's gonna come across now, and looks like high ground advantage going from Snow. Is gonna attack against the Dragoons. He take good shots, but looks like the 4 Dragoons on his side is gonna come through, and looks like Snow might not have enough forces to contain this. The 4 Dragoons from Mini though, from Snow, is gonna try to attack against the main. But I think there was a Reaver. That Reaver is gonna fall very quickly. The Reaver is gonna take some shot. The Reaver take a good shot, but only 1 Dragoons remain. The Reaver dies very quickly here. So the attack from Mini, we need to do some sick damage, because 4 Dragoons from Snow is coming too strong, and it's forced to pull back these Dragoons. The damage damage, but not yet destroyed. And Snow is supply block though, so that's something. But Snow has got 3 Reavers, and it's gonna be a good pullback here. The shots from Mini is good, but not so good. And looks like now Mini is also supply block. Both players need to actually plan on some pylons here. And now there's just enough Dragoons to attack here. 3 versus 4. Still 3 versus 4 is not good. He gets 1 Dragoon. He's gonna try to target the Dragoon. He gets both the Dragoons destroyed because those Dragoons have been damaged from before. But now looks like Snow is able to target the weak Dragoons as well. That's gonna be nice attack once again coming through. And this side, maybe it's not enough for Mini to hold it. He's just very persistent on holding this high ground. I don't know if that's the right move to do, because now Snow is ahead by about 10 supply, 15 supply, a single Dragoon attack and killing so many probes. But if he can actually contain the enemy here, it might be good. He takes another shot on his Reavers. Now Snow's got, I think, possibly 4 Reavers, but he's got only 1 shadow, so that's a problem here. He's got observers also just checking out for the situation. So I see we have a nice intel advantage going in favor of Snow. But what is going to be something else that is happening on screen? It looks like we have Snow coming out to the other side of the map. He's going to try to go for some kind of circumnavigation across the globe here and try to catch his enemy off guards. And that move of 4 Dragoons coming out was a great idea. But what's next? Both of these players, Mini is trying desperately to contain the enemy, but he's gonna get snapped from the back. He doesn't know. He's gonna get surrounded from both sides. His Reavers are not in the right position. He's gonna pick the rest of his forces and go and send himself back to Shadow. He's got speed though, but now he's got the right angle. Looks like he's gonna try to contain the enemy right here. He's gotta pull his forces back, but good Reaver shot to target so many weak Dragoons, which is not a bad idea. Reaver's gonna come to the other side, but it's gonna be a small engagement. Looks like Snow's got half of the army on the low ground though. The Reaver from Mini is actually doing great shot, but he's got inferior supply, but it's gonna be a drop. He's getting ready to go for drop, but there's no openings. Snow has got everything covered. Snow has got everything covered, and now much larger army from Snow is coming through. This Reaver is doing good targeting, actually trying to get some nice scraps on the Dragoons, but it's not enough. Snow has gotta have to make more forces. The Shadow's gonna get targeted upon. He's gonna land the Reaver. He lands the shot on Reaver. He loses the Shadow as well as the Reaver. Mini is not very happy, but he kills some Dragoons in the process, but it's not enough. It's not enough, but he's gonna try to come up with the rest of his forces from his main base now. But now Snow comes through. Nice observatory to see that there's gonna be some landings here. It looks like the probes to run away. The probes are not running now. They're running away. The Reaver will get targeted upon, and that's a nice attack. And he's gonna try to snipe the shot. There's a observer to see, and that was a bad move by Snow to lose some shots on those Dragoon, on those shadows and Reavers. But now looks like Snow's gonna come out here. He's got high ground advantage, but this nice observer placement for Mini is able to actually buy him some time. I think Snow is just very close to winning this game. Just a few more, tying up the knots, and he will be actually out here with the first ticket to the round of 8. He's got 4 Reavers and double Shadow. It's gonna be impossible for Mini to win. He's got 2 Reavers and 0 Shadows. Nice attack here. Reavers need to do some shot. He's got the high ground advantage with some of the Dragoons, but it's not enough. It's not enough, but he's able to snipe a single Shadow. He pulls back and just rely on the high ground. The second Shadow goes through with 2 more Reavers, a total of 3 Reavers. Now this other Shadow's gonna arrive, but it's gonna be not enough Dragoons, but it's a great scrap connection. He gets how many forces? He gets some of Dragoons. 8. Snow gets pushed back. Snow gets pushed back because what? Because I think Mini built a second robo on the low ground. He's got 2 robotics, but now probes gonna get transferred. And for the time being, Snow's gonna be up in terms of bases. There's gonna be an attempt by Mini to move out here, but it's gonna be very hard. Very hard. I think it's gonna be better for him to actually use one of his shadows to fly around and go for harassments. He's getting ready to go around possibly. But yeah, the army advantage is definitely in Snow's favor. He's got not enough forces in the area, and this Shadow's gonna try to move across the map. He might get caught in the action with the 4 Dragoons, but no, those 4 Dragoons completely escape the Shadow's path. But these 3 Dragoons are waiting impatiently. And the third base has got a cannon, but it's not yet ready. The Shadow's getting ready to dive in. The Dragoons are waiting for it. It looks like Mini's gonna turn around. He takes a couple of hits, but he turns around. And there might be another way to get out of here for Mini, but for the time, Snow is completely in control here. The Shadow is so damaged. There's no way for Mini to get out of this at all. He will have a chance to fight in loser sets, but for the time being, he is looking for openings. He's looking for harassment opportunities at the expansion. In the third base, he might dive into the main. Why not? Dive into the main is not a bad idea. He goes out here and is gonna try to land some shot against the Reavers of his enemy. He gets what? The Shadow is almost dead, but not yet fully destroyed. He goes and gets all of those Reavers, all of those Dragoons. He's gonna try to take one more shot. He's gonna land on the other side of the map. The Shadow is still alive. He picks up the units. He's gonna fly back in, and that Reaver's gonna take one good shot, and they're still alive. He's gonna try to go for the enemy's double Reavers because those Shadow to support. He gets some good connection, but it's not enough. Mini has got how much supply? It's about 5 supply less than his enemy. He's gonna have to fly back now, but is there a way for him to get back alive? He's gonna try to land some more shots, but that Shadow is so damaged. He's playing with fire. He's playing with fire. Dragoons are trying to snipe that Shadow. What about Mini's main base is ready to bust out. He's using a lot of Shadow to fly around here. He's got an observer to spot. He was land some of the forces here. There's a single probe to see the situation, and now there's gonna be a moment, I think, for Snow to send the rest of his forces back. The double Reavers are doing great connection. Amazing connection by Mini. He gets so much stuff. The Shadow finally died, but how much damage was that? I don't know. He wasted those Reavers. And we're gonna be having 4 Reavers landing here, and the Dragoon squad. One of the Shadow might get sniped. No, he kept all of his Reavers alive, and he's destroying so many Dragoons. Is it enough for Mini to break out? Because his supply lead is no longer. He's behind by about 20 supply now. But his single Shadow from Snow is doing great connection as well. And this base is gonna get safe, and those Shadows gonna fly in the main. Not a bad idea, just to divert the attention away. And there's not many probes in the main though. Very few probes. What is the situation? Snow's got very few probes in general. These triple Reavers can do some 6 shots, but no, those are all dots. Those are all dots. He can actually go in the corner, but he's gonna get completely cornered. He picks up some of the Reavers to do great shot, but he's on a time clock. He cannot leave this area. He loses, I think, both Reavers. It's got nothing left. He's gonna try to go to his expansion. There's a cannon there as well as a Dragoon, but his Shadow can actually rotate himself. He landed double Reavers. He would take some shot against the double Dragoons to get some shots, but now it's the end. He would take one last shot. Possibly he runs away and still survive, but Mini is not ready to come out. He's got so many Dragoons. I think he's got to come out now. He's got to come out now and expand, but the enemy's got so much. He's gonna try to attack. He's gonna go out, trying to go to. The number of Dragoons for Snow is very slow, very low. Good connections, but now the Shadow is really damaged. He pulls back. The Reaver get destroyed. He takes some more shots. More Dragoons need to come from the back, and reinforcement is gonna come through, and it's gonna be not good at all for Mini. Does he gain high ground advantage? He tried to gain it, but he's gonna get surrounded from both sides, and does Shadow with the Reaver. It's just so powerful. It's gonna be better for Mini to just try to stay on the low ground and possibly try to expand. Looks like Snow presses on. He says, you know what? I have a better economy. That Reavers get sniped though, and now there's superior Dragoon in favor of Mini. Mini, the King of Chaos, is pushing hard, but there's gonna be something else. The Shadow's gonna reinforce back. He needs to expand now. Snow is behind by some supply. Mini is distance mining. Keep in mind that Snow has lost a lot of probes in the previous engagement. His base is actually not well saturated, but Mini, is he gonna expand? I think he cannot expand. He doesn't have the money to expand. He needs to attack and win head on right now because the enemy doesn't have a Shadow and a Reaver. I think he's got double Reavers. Those Reavers have been alive from the longest time. He's gonna attack now. He gets 0 connection though. His connections are terrible. He's gonna have to pull back. He does some good shot, and he's gonna be able to snipe some Observer. If he can get Observer, it's gonna be great. He's gonna try to attack against the third base. Dragoon's gonna try to surround from the other side from Snow. And this Reaver doesn't have any Shadow support here. He goes to surrounding from the high ground. The Reavers get destroyed right away. The first Reaver died, the second Reaver died, the Shadow died. This is gonna be the final battle. What an insanity here. Mini should have just stayed home and expanded, but he lost. And Snow is the first guy to qualify out of this group alive. If you enjoyed this, please buy me a copy. It's gonna be in the description. Bye.